Welcome back to my channel Rare Coins Shop. If you've been following the world of rare coins, you know that some pieces can hold incredible value, and today's video is all about one such coin, the 2001 New York State Quarter. This coin isn't just a regular state quarter, it's a beautiful piece of history and a real gem for collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting to explore the world of coin collecting, you'll definitely want to stick around as we uncover the value and story behind this remarkable quarter. Released in 2001, the New York State Quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program, which was introduced in 1999 to honor each of the 50 states. Each coin features a unique design that highlights an important aspect of the state's history or culture. For New York, the design is simple yet incredibly powerful, and it carries deep meaning for those who appreciate the state's iconic role in the birth of the United States. On the reverse of the 2001 New York State Quarter, you'll find a stunning image of the Statue of Liberty. This symbol of freedom and democracy is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world, and its image on the New York Quarter speaks volumes about the state's importance in American history. The statue, which has welcomed millions of immigrants to America, is a perfect representation of New York's role as a gateway to the United States and its rich cultural diversity. Surrounding the Statue of Liberty, you'll also see the words, E pluribus unum, a Latin phrase meaning, out of many, one, which reflects the unity of the United States, made up of many different states and peoples. The New York State Quarter not only honors the Statue of Liberty but also commemorates the state's crucial role in the founding of the nation. New York was the 11th state to join the Union in 1788, and it played a significant part in the American Revolution. Its historical significance is unmatched, and that's why this coin carries so much value for collectors who appreciate the story it tells. Now, let's talk about why this coin could be worth much more than its face value. The 2001 New York State Quarter is one of the most highly sought-after coins from the entire 50 State Quarter series, and its value depends on several factors, with condition being one of the most important. As with all coins, the condition of the New York Quarter plays a huge role in determining how much it's worth. Coins that have been circulated heavily tend to show signs of wear, such as scratches, dents, or fading, which can lower their value. However, if you happen to find one that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be holding on to something incredibly valuable. What makes this quarter even more interesting for collectors is the possibility of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, and these mistakes can make a coin much more valuable than its standard counterpart. For example, you might come across a New York State Quarter with a double die error, which means the design was struck twice, creating a doubled effect on some parts of the image. These double die coins are extremely rare and highly collectible, often fetching prices far beyond their original face value. Another type of error to watch for is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to be shifted to one side. Off-center coins are seen as rare and unusual, which makes them highly desirable to collectors looking for something unique. If you're lucky enough to have a New York Quarter with this kind of error, you could have a piece that stands out in a big way. And let's not forget about other potential minting imperfections, such as die cracks or die chips. These occur when the die used to strike the coin becomes damaged, leaving behind small cracks or chips in the design. While these may seem like minor issues, they can actually increase the value of the coin, as they make it more distinctive and rare. If your New York State Quarter has one of these minting imperfections, it could be worth significantly more than you might expect. Of course, finding a New York Quarter with one of these errors isn't easy, and they are quite rare. But even without a minting flaw, a quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition can still fetch a high price. The demand for well-preserved state quarters, particularly those from iconic states like New York, has steadily grown over the years. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are in excellent condition, and the New York State Quarter is no exception. So, how much could a 2001 New York State Quarter be worth? Well, if you happen to have one of these quarters in perfect uncirculated condition or with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a treasure worth $100,000. Yes, that's right, $100,000 for a single coin. It's an incredible amount, and it shows just how valuable certain quarters can be. The rarity of mint errors, combined with the popularity of the 50-state quarters program and the historical significance of New York, all contribute to the high demand for this coin. If you have a New York State quarter, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Examine it carefully for any signs of minting errors or if it's in mint condition. If you're not sure, you can always take your coin to a professional grading service, which will assess its quality and authenticity. A higher grade coin will be worth more, so getting it properly graded can give you a better idea of its true value. In conclusion, the 2001 New York State Quarter is a stunning piece of American history and a highly valuable coin for collectors. Whether it's the beautiful depiction of the Statue of Liberty or the historical context of New York's role in the United States, this coin tells an important story. And with the potential to be worth $100,000, it's definitely worth keeping an eye out for one of these rare and valuable treasures. Second rare coin, we're talking about the 2015 Saratoga National Historical Park Quarter. Released as part of the America the Beautiful series, this quarter celebrates one of the most significant battles of the American Revolution, the Battle of Saratoga. Not only does this coin commemorate an important event in U.S. history, but it also holds potential value that could make any collector's heart race. The 2015 Saratoga Quarter is one of the 5 quarters released that year in the America the Beautiful series. Each coin in this series honors a U.S. national park or historic site, and Saratoga National Historical Park was chosen to represent New York. The battle fought here in 1777 marked a turning point in the Revolutionary War, as the American victory at Saratoga convinced France to formally ally with the colonies, turning the tide against the British. So, not only does this quarter have historical significance, but it also serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made to secure the freedoms we enjoy today. On the reverse side of this quarter, you'll find a stunning depiction of a moment from the battle. It features a soldier in a victorious pose, with the American flag flying proudly in the background. The design captures the triumph and determination of the American forces during this pivotal moment in history. Surrounding the image is the inscription, Saratoga, along with New York and 2015, clearly identifying the state and year of issue. This design stands as a tribute not only to the battle but also to the legacy of Saratoga as a symbol of courage, unity, and patriotism. Now, let's talk about what makes this quarter so special for collectors. Like many coins in the America the Beautiful series, the Saratoga Quarter has been produced in large numbers, which means that most of them are still in circulation today and not particularly rare on their own. But here's the thing, condition matters. When a coin has been circulated extensively, it often shows signs of wear, scratches, fading, and other marks that can lower its value. However, if you happen to find a 2015 Saratoga Quarter that's still in pristine condition, you could be holding a valuable piece of history. What really makes certain coins from this series stand out are the minting errors. Yes, coins that have errors during the production process are often more valuable than their perfect counterparts. Minting errors can happen in a variety of ways. For example, you could find a quarter with a double die error, where part of the design has been struck twice, creating a doubled effect. These error coins are rare and sought after by collectors because of their uniqueness. If your 2015 Saratoga Quarter has this kind of error, it could be worth far more than the standard issue. Another type of error to watch out for is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't aligned properly during the minting process, causing the design to shift to one side. Off-center coins are always in demand because they are so unusual and hard to find, making them highly collectible. Then there are die cracks and die chips. These imperfections occur when the minting die starts to wear down and crack. If the crack or chip shows up in a noticeable spot, it can make the coin even more valuable. These types of imperfections may seem small, but they can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a rare collectible, and it's not just about mint errors. If you happen to find an uncirculated or proof version of the 2015 Saratoga Quarter, its value can increase significantly. Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in transactions, and their condition is typically much better than that of a coin that has been in circulation. Proof coins, on the other hand, are specially struck for collectors and often come in protective cases, ensuring their condition is preserved. You might be wondering, how much can a 2015 Saratoga Quarter be worth? Well, as with any coin, the value is determined by its rarity and condition. A standard 2015 Saratoga quarter, in circulated condition, isn't going to be worth more than a few dollars. But if you happen to have one that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, or if it has a rare mint error, the value can go up significantly. For a 2015 Saratoga National Historical Park quarter, you could be looking at a value of $20,000, yes, you heard that right, $20,000. That's how much a particularly rare, high-quality 2015 Saratoga quarter could fetch in the market. Imagine finding one of these coins tucked away in your collection, and realizing it's worth a small fortune. The value comes from the rarity of well-preserved coins, especially those with mint errors, and the historical significance of the Saratoga battle. If you're lucky enough to find a 2015 Saratoga quarter that looks almost new or has an error, make sure to take good care of it. Store it in a safe, cool place, away from sunlight, and consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. Professional grading will help establish the coin's condition and authenticity, and a higher grade coin will be worth far more than one that's been poorly preserved. In conclusion, the 2015 Saratoga National Historical Park quarter is not just a beautiful commemorative coin, it's also a piece of American history that could be worth a lot of money. From its connection to the Revolutionary War to its stunning design, this coin is a must-have for any serious collector. And if you find a 2015 Saratoga quarter in excellent condition or with a rare mint error, it could be worth a small fortune. So keep an eye out when you're going through your change, and remember, the next coin you find could be worth a lot more than you think. Third expensive coin, we have an exciting topic that will get your heart racing and your curiosity piqued. We're diving into the world of rare U.S. state quarters, and in particular, we're going to focus on the 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter. This is not just any ordinary coin, it's a piece of history and a stunning tribute to one of America's most beautiful national parks. But what makes this coin so valuable, and why is it highly sought after by collectors? Stay tuned, because we're about to uncover the value of this unique coin, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Released in 2017 as part of the America the Beautiful series, the Ozark National Scenic Riverways quarter celebrates a breathtaking part of the United States located in southern Missouri. This quarter is a part of the series that honors U.S. national parks and historic sites, and Ozark Riverways is a fitting inclusion. Known for its crystal-clear rivers, lush forests, and remarkable wildlife, this area is a paradise for nature lovers and adventurers alike. What better way to celebrate its beauty than with a coin that captures a stunning view of this national treasure? On the reverse side of the 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter, you'll find a beautifully detailed design that features an image of the Ozark National Scenic Riverways with a canoeist navigating the flowing waters of the Current River, one of the park's most famous features. The canoeist is paddling calmly down the river, surrounded by lush greenery, with the towering hills and trees creating a serene yet adventurous backdrop. The design also includes the words Ozark National Scenic Riverways and Missouri, along with the year of issue, 2017. The imagery on the coin truly captures the spirit of the Ozarks, where visitors can experience the beauty of nature in its purest form. It's a symbol of outdoor adventure, peace, and a way of life that has remained relatively unchanged for generations. But beyond its artistic appeal, the Ozark Riverways quarter holds a lot of potential value for collectors. What makes this coin stand out in the world of numismatics is its connection to a national park that is beloved by many. The Ozark Riverways quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, which has been a favorite among coin collectors ever since it was introduced. The designs on these coins are highly detailed and artistically beautiful, and they pay tribute to some of the most iconic parks and monuments in the U.S. That alone makes the Ozark quarter an attractive piece for anyone collecting state quarters or national park-themed coins. However, just because it's part of a popular series doesn't necessarily make it rare or valuable. So, what really drives the price of the 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter? As with any coin, its value is heavily influenced by its condition. Circulated coins, which have been used in everyday transactions, often show signs of wear and tear. They may have scratches, discoloration, or other imperfections that can decrease their worth. On the other hand, uncirculated coins, which have been preserved in pristine condition and have never been used in circulation, are much more valuable. The less a coin has been handled, the more desirable it becomes to collectors, but it's not just about condition. Minting errors play a huge role in determining the value of a coin, and the 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter is no exception. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, creating a coin that is different from the standard issue. These types of coins are often much rarer and more sought after because of their uniqueness. For example, you might come across a 2017 Ozark quarter that has a double die error. This occurs when the coin's design is struck twice, causing some parts of the image to be doubled or blurred. Double die coins are highly collectible because of their rarity, and if you happen to have one of these, it could be worth a lot more than a standard coin. Another potential error to look out for is an off-center strike, where the coin was not properly aligned during the minting process. This causes the design to be shifted, and you end up with a coin that has part of the image cut off or shifted to the side. Off-center coins are fascinating to collectors because they're a product of a mistake at the mint, making them unusual and rare. Then there are die cracks and die chips, which happen when the minting die wears down or breaks. These imperfections leave small cracks or chips in the design, and while they might seem like minor flaws, they can actually make a coin more valuable. Collectors love these errors because they make a coin one of a kind. If you have a 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter with one of these minting errors or in near perfect condition, you could be looking at a valuable find. So, how much could this quarter be worth? Well, it depends on the coin's condition and whether it has any errors, but if you have a pristine, uncirculated coin or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value of $20,000, yes, that's right, $20,000 for a single 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter. It's hard to believe that such a small, everyday coin could hold such incredible value, but that's the beauty of coin collecting. The rarity of minting errors, combined with the coin's excellent condition and its place in the highly collectible America the Beautiful series, all contribute to its high value. If you have one of these quarters in your collection, it's worth checking its condition and looking for any minting errors. If you're not sure about the grade of your coin, consider having it professionally graded. A high-grade coin will always command a higher price, and professional grading can help you get the most accurate value for your coin. In conclusion, the 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter is not just a piece of U.S. currency, it's a beautiful commemorative coin that tells the story of one of America's most cherished national parks. It's a must-have for collectors of the America the Beautiful series, and with the right condition or minting error, it can be worth a pretty penny. So, if you happen to stumble upon a pristine or error-filled 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter, you could be holding on to a coin worth $20,000. Especially, we're talking about the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter, part of the U.S. Mint's America the Beautiful series. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it's a symbol of courage, resilience, and the ongoing fight for justice. The 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter is part of the series that celebrates national parks and historical figures who have shaped the United States. In this case, the coin pays tribute to the life and legacy of Frederick Douglass, who was born into slavery but went on to become one of the most powerful voices for freedom and equality in American history. He fought tirelessly for the abolition of slavery, was an influential writer, orator, and statesman, and remains a beacon of inspiration to this day. The coin commemorates his contributions and is a reminder of the progress that was made, and the work that continues to be done, in the quest for equality and civil rights. Now, let's talk about the design of this coin, which beautifully captures the spirit of Frederick Douglass's life and his commitment to justice. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see an image of Douglass, with his famous likeness of a dignified, strong figure in profile. The design is striking, with Douglass's features emphasized, especially his thick beard and thoughtful expression. The coin also includes a representation of his home in Washington, D.C., where Douglass lived for the latter part of his life. Above the design are the words, Frederick Douglass, and below, the coin reads, Maryland, and 2017, marking the state and the year of issue. What makes this coin even more remarkable is the fact that it was minted to honor not just a person, but a legacy that changed the course of American history. Douglass's life is an important chapter in the story of this country, and having a coin that commemorates his influence is not just meaningful, but a true collector's gem. But now, let's get into what you're really here for, the coin's value. You might be wondering, what makes the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter worth anything beyond its face value of 25 cents? Well, as with any coin, the value of the Frederick Douglass quarter is influenced by its condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors. Most of these coins are widely available in circulation, and in typical circulated condition, they won't be worth much more than their face value. However, if you happen to have one of these quarters that's in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used in everyday transactions, you could be sitting on a rare find. Uncirculated coins are highly sought after because they look brand new, with no signs of wear and tear. A coin that has been carefully stored and kept in pristine condition is worth much more than one that's been in circulation for years. If you have a 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter that is free from scratches, discoloration, or any damage, it could be worth more to a collector. But what really drives the value of this coin, like many others, are minting errors. When coins are made at the US Mint, sometimes mistakes happen. These errors can range from double strikes, where the coin's design is struck more than once, causing a blurry or doubled image, to off-center strikes, where the coin is improperly aligned during production. These types of errors are rare, which makes them highly valuable to collectors. Another type of error that collectors look for is die cracks or die chips. These occur when the die used to strike the coin begins to wear down, causing cracks or chips in the design. These imperfections can make a coin more interesting and unique, which in turn can increase its value. Even small flaws, when found on rare or popular coins, can drastically change the market value. For example, imagine you're lucky enough to find a 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter with a double die error, where Douglass's image appears twice, slightly offset from the original strike. Such errors are highly desirable because of their rarity, and depending on the extent of the error, they could significantly boost the value of the coin. In addition to minting errors, there are also proof coins. Proof coins are specially minted for collectors and have a much higher quality finish compared to regular circulating coins. They are carefully struck with polished dies and are often sold in protective cases to preserve their condition. If you have a proof version of the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter, it could be worth considerably more than a regular uncirculated coin. So, what are we talking about in terms of value? If you have a pristine, uncirculated 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter, especially one with a rare mint error, it could be worth a lot more than you might think. Depending on the rarity of the minting error and the condition of the coin, the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter could fetch a price of $15,000. That's right, $15,000 for a single coin. For a coin that started its life as a simple quarter, that's an incredible increase in value. It just goes to show how much the right condition and a rare mint error can do for a coin's worth. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter in excellent condition, or if you think you might have one with a minting error, don't forget to handle it carefully. Consider having it professionally graded by a numismatist to get an accurate value. The grading process will help you understand the true worth of the coin based on its condition, and it's always best to protect your valuable coins from further damage. In conclusion, the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter is not just a piece of currency, it's a tribute to a man who changed the course of American history. With its stunning design and historical significance, this coin is a must-have for any serious collector. And if you happen to have one that's in top condition or has a minting error, it could be worth $15,000. Now, I'm talking about the 2021 Tuskegee Airman Quarter, part of the U.S. Mint's ongoing America the Beautiful series. This coin, like the others in the series, commemorates a significant part of our nation's rich history, but the Tuskegee Airman Quarter holds a special place due to the incredible legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen themselves. These men were the first African-American military aviators in the United States Armed Forces, and they defied immense challenges to become some of the most skilled and revered pilots in World War II. Before diving into the coin's details, let's take a moment to reflect on the remarkable history behind the Tuskegee Airmen. In 1941, the U.S. military began training African-American pilots at Tuskegee Army Airfield in Alabama. At a time when racial segregation and discrimination were rampant, these brave individuals proved their worth and earned the respect of their peers and commanders. They fought in key battles during World War II, escorting bombers on dangerous missions over Europe, and their extraordinary success helped pave the way for desegregation in the military. The 2021 Tuskegee Airmen Quarter is more than just a tribute to their service, it's a piece of history captured in stunning coinage. On the reverse side of this coin, we see a powerful design that features a pair of Tuskegee Airmen pilots in flight. The pilots are depicted in their iconic red-tailed P-51 Mustang fighter planes. These planes became their trademark during the war. The background shows a flight path marked by contrails, symbolizing their aerial prowess and the long-lasting impact they had on the success of the Allied forces in the war. Above the pilots, the words, Tuskegee Airmen, are prominently displayed, along with the name of the state, Alabama, where the training took place, and the year of issue, 2021. The design is simple yet powerful, capturing the bravery, resilience, and contributions of these trailblazing aviators. The image on the coin is a fitting tribute to these heroes, and it serves as a reminder of their sacrifices and accomplishments during a critical time in history. Now, let's talk about why this coin is not just an important piece of history, but also a highly sought-after collector's item. The U.S. Mint released this coin as part of the America the Beautiful series, which honors national parks, landmarks, and important historical figures across the country. These coins are extremely popular with collectors, and the Tuskegee Airmen Quarter has garnered significant attention for its design and the legacy it represents. But what makes this coin truly valuable in the world of coin collecting? As with any coin, its value depends on several factors. First and foremost, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining how much it's worth. A coin that has been circulated, meaning it's been used in everyday transactions, will show signs of wear, scratches, and discoloration. While circulated coins still hold some value, they won't command as high a price as uncirculated coins. Uncirculated coins, on the other hand, are in pristine condition, having never been used in regular circulation. These coins are often stored in protective packaging or carefully kept by collectors, making them more valuable due to their perfect condition. If you've managed to get your hands on a 2021 Tuskegee Airmen Quarter in uncirculated condition, it's likely worth more than you might think. But the condition alone isn't the only factor at play. Minting errors can also significantly increase the value of a coin. When the U.S. Mint strikes coins, sometimes mistakes happen, leading to unique or rare coins that are highly desirable to collectors. For example, a double die error occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once, resulting in a blurry or doubled image. These kinds of errors are rare, and collectors will pay a premium for them. If you find a Tuskegee Airmen Quarter with a double die error, you may be holding onto something far more valuable than a regular coin. Another potential error is an off-center strike, which happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. This results in part of the design being cut off or shifted to the side, creating a coin that's distinctly different from a standard strike. Coins with off-center strikes can be incredibly valuable because they are so unique and scarce. Then there are die cracks and die chips. Over time, the dies used to strike coins can wear down or break, creating small cracks or chips in the design. These imperfections can make a coin more interesting and sought after by collectors, and if you find a Tuskegee Airmen Quarter with such flaws, it could increase its value. But what's the bottom line? How much could a 2021 Tuskegee Airmen Quarter be worth? Well, it's important to remember that a typical, uncirculated coin in great condition could be worth a bit more than face value, but when it comes to rare, mint-error coins, the value can really skyrocket. If you have a pristine, uncirculated 2021 Tuskegee Airmen Quarter or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth $27,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $27,000 for a single 2021 Tuskegee Airmen Quarter. That's the power of rarity, perfect condition, and minting errors in the world of coin collecting. It's amazing how a coin can transform into a valuable treasure, and the Tuskegee Airmen Quarter is a perfect example of that. If you're a coin collector, or even if you're just beginning to get into the hobby, keep an eye out for this remarkable coin. Check your coin jars, your pocket change, and maybe even browse some online auctions. Who knows, you might just stumble upon an uncirculated gem or an error coin that could be worth thousands. In conclusion, the 2021 Tuskegee Airman Quarter is not only a tribute to the bravery and sacrifice of these incredible aviators, but also a coin with great collector appeal. With its beautiful design, historical significance, and potential for rare minting errors, this coin is sure to be a valuable addition to any collection. So, if you're lucky enough to find a 2021 Tuskegee Airman Quarter in great condition, or one with a minting error, take a closer look. It could be worth $27,000. Last unique coin, we'll be diving into the 2020 Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter, a coin that not only carries an important historical legacy but could also be worth a small fortune. Stick around until the end to find out how much this quarter could potentially fetch in today's coin market. Let's take a step back in time to understand the context behind this particular coin. The 2020 Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's America the Beautiful series, a collection that honors significant national parks, historical sites, and moments in American history. The Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter specifically celebrates the Stewart Ship located in Stewart, Alaska. The Stewart Ship is a monument to Alaska's rich maritime history, a tribute to the early settlers and pioneers who traveled through this rugged and beautiful region. The coin's reverse side features a stunning design that shows the Stewart ship navigating through the waters near the Alaskan coast. The ship is depicted in great detail, surrounded by the natural beauty of Alaska's pristine landscape. The background showcases the mountainous coastline of Alaska, emphasizing the sense of adventure and exploration that was vital to the survival of early settlers. The design also includes the name of the ship, the year of issue, 2020, and the words, Land of Stewart's Ship, to highlight its historical significance. Now, let's talk about the historical value of this coin. The Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter is special because it marks a moment in history where the American people looked back at the long-standing tradition of maritime exploration that played a pivotal role in shaping the country. Not only does the coin highlight the rich history of Alaska, but it also serves as a reminder of how vital maritime navigation was to the development of the United States as a whole. But beyond the historical significance of the design, the coin has earned a reputation in the numismatic community for its rarity, especially in pristine condition. The 2020 Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter was minted in Philadelphia and only a limited number were produced. This means that the quantity of these coins in circulation is relatively low, which automatically makes them more valuable as collectors seek out coins that are harder to find. Now, what about the value of this coin? How much is it worth today? As with any coin, its worth is determined by a number of factors: its condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors. A standard Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter, when found in circulated condition, may only be worth its face value of 25 cents. But in uncirculated condition, the value can be significantly higher. An uncirculated coin is one that has been preserved carefully and shows no signs of wear or damage. These coins are highly sought after by collectors, especially those who specialize in modern American coinage. In addition to condition, one of the key factors that can drive up the value of this coin is the possibility of mint errors. Mint errors are anomalies that occur during the coin-making process, such as misstrikes, off-center strikes, or double dies. These mistakes make a coin unique and highly collectible because there are usually very few coins with such errors. Mint errors can make a coin worth exponentially more than its typical value, so it's worth keeping an eye out for them. For example, a double die error would result in a coin where the design appears to be stamped twice, creating a blurry or doubled effect on the image. Coins with such errors can fetch a significant price at auctions or from collectors eager to complete their collections with rare and unique pieces. The overall demand for the Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter is also influenced by the popularity of the America the Beautiful series. Collectors of this series often seek to obtain all the quarters released, as each one highlights a specific park or historical figure in American history. The series is incredibly popular, which means the value of these coins tends to rise over time as fewer are available in pristine condition. So, how much could you sell a pristine, uncirculated 2020 Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter for if you happen to find one in your collection or come across one in your coin hunting? If you've got a gem on your hands, you could be looking at a value of up to $22,000. Yes, you heard that right, $22,000 for a single coin. Of course, this would be for one that is in perfect condition or has a rare minting error. But even if your coin isn't in flawless condition, there's still plenty of value in these limited issue quarters as long as they are well kept. The rarity of these coins and their place in American history makes them highly coveted in the coin collecting community. So, if you're out there collecting coins, be sure to keep an eye out for the 2020p Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter. Whether you stumble upon one in your pocket change or find one in an old collection, you could be sitting on a treasure worth much more than face value. The potential for rare minting errors, combined with the limited number of these coins in circulation, makes this quarter a real gem in the world of coin collecting. In conclusion, the 2020p Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter is not just a beautiful piece of American coinage, it's a symbol of the historical and cultural legacy of the United States. With its unique design and limited mintage, this quarter is more than just pocket change. It's a valuable collectible that could be worth a significant amount of money, especially if it's in excellent condition or has a rare minting error. So, take a closer look at your coins, you might just have one of these hidden treasures. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the Land of Stewart's Ship Quarter and its value, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more coin collecting tips and insights. Let us know in the comments if you found any rare coins lately or if you have any questions about coin collecting. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, sometimes the smallest coins hold the greatest value.